Well, I've not reached my destination, so I can't say about the destination. I'm still walking. I think the blockchain community doesn't have boundaries. That's the space where I am. You know, we've heard this saying, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Very true, right? I can drop the basket, spill some eggs, break some eggs, the data being the eggs, and the basket being the holder. Now imagine if I have 12 baskets and 12 eggs in 12 different places across the globe. That's blockchain for you.
How about we give you a name today? Blockchain Companion.
Blockchain Companion, I think it's a nice name. It's a new title. I haven't had one like this before, so I'd love it. It's a great title because exactly that's what a lot of youngsters need.
Are we allowed to share your number?
I don't share the number to the right people.
To the right people.
No marriage proposals.
Hello guys, welcome to the show, Be My Companion. So, our today's guest needs no introduction. आपने बॉलीवुड के राज को तो सुना होगा. But our today's guest is the king of blockchain, Mr. Raj Kapoor. From coffee to car, he uses crypto for all. He knows more than 80 programming languages, and he is the creator of the most well-known Ethereum. So let's welcome our today's guest, Mr. Raj Kapoor.
Hello, Mr. Raj. How are you doing?
Good to meet you again.
Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Thanks for being my companion for the morning.
Well, it's always a pleasure. The last time also I met you, I felt a good connect. So happy to be here again.
Pleasure for us. I mean, it's fabulous. It's amazing to meet you. The level of excitement, what you have. I mean, we are quite energetic to meet you all the time. How do you manage it? Like, you are everywhere at once.
Well, actually, it seems like that. My wife calls me Ravan simply because she says you've got too many things happening. You've got 10 heads. You're going in different directions. But then I enjoy that space. I've been in this space a long, long time. So now it becomes easier. The more you walk around the path, the route becomes very, very recognizable, and you can enjoy that path.
Absolutely.
Well, I've not reached my destination, so I can't say about the destination. I'm still walking. Journey is still on.
Right. What brings you to the city?
What brings me to Bombay? Well, I'm originally from this city, actually. But about 3 or 4 years back, I decided I needed a little more peace in my life. I love the vibrancy of this city, but what I don't like is the traffic, the sounds, too much pollution. So I shifted up to Goa. What brings me to the city, and that brings me every 10, 15 days, for that matter, I keep coming here, are the people. Let's put it this way. I enjoy the people. I have a lot of meetings out here. I do a lot of consulting work with a lot of my clients, most of whom are now shifted to BKC, Lower Parel. So I enjoy that space. I also am an advisor for SEBI. So I keep coming there anyways. I'm also doing a lot of projects. There's a company called Unometa. We are doing about 9 national level projects with them and 3 international projects. So I'm their advisor. So I keep coming here. There's no shortage of work.
You're also on board of a couple of startups, and you like to associate with the youth of India.
Yep. Well, I'll just correct you. It's not a couple of startups. Yes, last week I completed 60. So I'm now on the board of 60 startups globally, not just of India. I like to connect with youth. I think youth doesn't have any borders. They don't have boundaries. It's just that we put on India, Russia, Africa. I think the blockchain community doesn't have boundaries. That's the space where I am. And I call it a borderless blockchain. So yes, I enjoy speaking with youngsters because they have got lovely ideas. Sometimes they're a little misdirected. So that's where I come in and say, listen, let's do it together. You got the youth, I got the experience. Let's put it together and make a beautiful cocktail of that.
Beautiful, beautiful. How would you break the blockchain terminology to somebody who is like a 5-year-old?
Very simple. You know, we've heard this saying, do not put all your eggs in one basket.
Very true.
Right? Now imagine all the eggs to be your data and the basket where data is stored. Single place, single basket, 12 eggs. What can happen? I can pick up the whole basket and run away. I can drop the basket, spill some eggs, break some eggs, data gets damaged. I can steal some eggs. I can steal the whole damn basket. Now, the data being the eggs and the basket being the holder or the protector of that. Now imagine if I have 12 baskets and 12 eggs in 12 different places across the globe. That's blockchain for you. Your data is no longer in one place. It is distributed. And the best part is, it belongs to nobody but you. And that's the biggest thing which is blockchain is bringing. it is taking away the power from all the big boys like Amazon, Facebook, etc., and giving it back to you. They've made billions of dollars right out of your data, my data. Have you got a penny from there? Nothing. No. You got pesky ads and pesky phones coming to you, but you got nothing for it. Now, with blockchain, all that's going to change. All that is going to be in your power, your hands. You decide if you want to share it, and if you do decide to share it, you get rewarded for it. That's blockchain for you. Putting data back in your hands.
Can you shed some light on your childhood experience and what brought you to the blockchain decision? Like, I want to do this for the rest of my life.
All right, if you got about childhood,
can you tell us a small story, please?
I go real far back when I was 5 years old. I actually used to like playing with blocks. They were wooden blocks. And nothing to do with the blockchain of today, to be very honest, because when I was 5 years old, this was way back in the 1960s, okay? None of you guys were there. One day, I was a very naughty guy, and one day, I still remember, there was one girl. She had beaten me in the fancy dress competition. And I took the block and threw it at her.
Oh my God.
Terrible use of blockchain. Terrible use of the block. I got a massive spanking from my mom and a massive firing. And from that day, I used blocks for the right reasons. Okay? I never used it as a weapon. Today, I use it as a tool, not a weapon. Coming back to where I started my blockchain journey is even more interesting. So my first incidents with blocks was when I was 5-year-old. But come 2010, what happened? It was a very defining year for me. In August, my daughter got a scholarship. I went to Boston University. She went to USA. We were very happy, my wife and I. And she was born in December, so we decided that this December we are going to go to Boston. We're going to have a great time. We'll have a birthday celebrations, Christmas celebrations, New Year celebrations, all at the same time. While we were planning this, we were traveling to Lonavala, a little ahead of Lonavala. In Pune, there is a place called Lavasa.
Right.
We were looking at an apartment there. So let's maybe have a second holiday home out there. Now that the child is settled, well settled, now let's go and have some fun. Unfortunately, in October, around the end of October, we were traveling. Our car met with a major accident. And I lost my wife in that accident, sitting right next to me in my arms. That was a terrible space. I mean, for anybody to lose somebody, and especially after 18, 19 years of marriage, it's not exactly fun. So that sort of put me in a back foot. I was about in my late 40s, 47, 48 that time. I didn't know how to tell it to my daughter. So I decided I'll go there and tell her personally. So I went personally alone. That was not the plan. I went and I told her. It was a devastating moment even for her. She was just 16 years old, and it's not exactly very easy for a 16-year-old to accept all this, and very difficult. So I was left with a 16-year-old daughter and me, and I decided to stay a little longer, to, just give her a little moral support. That was a good decision now and in hindsight, because when I was in the evenings, she used to go to college, and then she used to live in the dorm, and I used to in the evenings just do nothing. I used to lock myself in my room. I used to just brood, watch television, read books or whatever. So one of my friends told me, "What are you doing, guys? Come on, life is much more. Let's come and go and enjoy." I said, "I don't like it," because they used to all go to pubs, etc. I don't drink, so that was out for me. But he said, "Okay, I'll take you to another interesting place." So he said, "I'll take you to my mines." I said, "Hey, come on, guys. Where are the mines in Boston and Atlanta?" Because he used to travel. He said, come with me. Just come with me. And he took me to this mine. This mine was a Bitcoin mine. Now in US it was allowed around that time. In India it's still not allowed. I said, "What is this exactly?" She says, we are doing this work, we are putting all the data into the database, and we get rewarded with Bitcoins. I say, "Well, I never heard of it." I had never heard of Bitcoins till that time. But then he says, "Learn. Just pass your time. I mean, it's good." At that time, the value of a Bitcoin was not even $1. So I started mining Bitcoin in 2010. I think probably making me the oldest Indian miner anywhere in the world now. So that's something which is great. I learned that. Now I learned it, then I said, okay, this is all tech related. I am not from a tech background. I have zero tech background. I just passed out of school because I was a cricketer and I used to get sports quota and keep on getting out. By the way, I played Ranji Trophy, I have played Santosh Trophy. I have not played like the Indians are playing today, in this last match. I used to play much better. All right. But that's a different story. That was fun. But I learned how to code, how to program. And today, I can code and program in 18 languages. I've created 4 layer 1 blockchains. That is the blockchains on which other applications are built like Ethereum, etc. So I've actually done that, and all without having zero knowledge of coding or programming, or I didn't even go to an engineering college. I was an MBA. Okay. So I learned it and I started mining. My first mint or mine was on 19th December 2010, which happened to be my daughter's birthday.
Oh, brilliant.
So I kept mining, having no idea what the hell am I doing. I was just enjoying the whole space, learning a new technology, learning the ropes, because technology was new to me that time. So at the age of 48, I became a programmer and a miner. And by 2011, I had mined about 600 plus Bitcoins. Now 600 Bitcoins in today's value is a hell of a lot. I was, a little, what am I going to do with it? I was going to come back to India by the time things had settled. So I took the ride with all the coins in it and I gave it to my daughter. I said, listen, I mined first on your birthday. Why don't you keep it? Because I said, in India, what am I going to do with it? Maybe in US it'll have some value. So she asked me this question, Dad, can I buy a dress from this? I said, I don't know what you can buy, but I'm sure as hell can't buy tomatoes and potatoes in India for it. So you keep it. So she kept it, and she was a smart one. She sold more than half of them when they crossed $55,000 each. Well, I said, no, you got your money. I don't have to do anything for your marriage or anything else in your future now. You got everything now. She said, yes, Dad, I got everything. She ultimately wants to make a movie, so she's keeping that as a corpus of funds. She works at Walt Disney, so she's part of that film side. So that was my story. I got into it by accident, and what we call, I went into it for the speculation, understood the technology so well, and said, my journey has been from speculation to revolution, because blockchain is the new revolution. It's the new internet. And the journey started in 2010, 23. I'm probably one of the longest in this space. That is the reason why I'm in so many companies. That's why everybody knows me, and then everybody calls me, and I understand the technology well, I understand the architecture well, I understand whether the product will last or not. So that's my space, guys.
So what was your first Bitcoin purchase?
What was my first Bitcoin purchase? You're going to get me in trouble, guys? Okay, so it's not in India. Don't know what. It's not in India. It is in the US. So I did make that purchase. I actually bought a lot of stuff from Amazon at that time.
Right.
So there's well, you can still do it legally. There are a couple of companies. If you want to buy a subscription of Netflix, or you want to have an Amazon Prime or whatever, you can still buy that. How you can do that, I'll tell you that. That's interesting because that's still legal. There is this company, I won't name it. They give you, when I go on the site, I see, all right, there are 20 of them, Netflix, blah, 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 whatever I like. I click on it. It goes to the servers, their servers. They give, and I pay my rupees or whatever. They convert it into their tokens and send me a coupon. So I can use my tokens or coupon things for getting a coupon. And the coupon is eligible to be used in India. So I do that. I can do that. So there are companies doing that. There are many, many other things happening. So my first purchase was on Amazon. There was a small company there which was selling pizzas, because the pizza was the first thing which was bought by Bitcoin. So pizza became the first adopter. Like somebody says, oh, somebody can get 10,000 for Papa John's pizza.
Right.
Maybe I can also do. So there were a lot of shops in America which would take that. So my first purchase was sometime around maybe 12, 13. When I bought a milkshake and burgers and fries and a pizza, my daughter and we were having, and I first time used it. And that's when I realized that this damn technology got real power. You can actually buy some stuff from technology. Can you buy it from AI? No. IoT? No. Robotics? No. But here you could buy something from the technology, because that was the reward given to you for creating that database.
Very true.
And that's my first purchase, but not my last.
Right. So with respect to Bitcoin, how do you see the future in India as to how soon you reckon it would happen that we can buy, let's say, bhaji?
I don't see that happening immediately. Because the Reserve Bank of India has a very diverse view from what we have, or what the Bitcoin community has, or the crypto community has. They feel that because it is decentralized, it doesn't belong to anyone. It's a community-based token. A community means if we are a community, we decide that if this flower will have value. We decide that. We've decided that, okay, if you do something, you will get a flower for it. Somebody tells them, all right, we are okay with that. That's a circular economy within your own community. But an Indian economy is not a circular economy. It belongs and is controlled by the Reserve Bank of India. Who likes to relinquish control? No one.
No one.
Right? And therefore, the chances of it being used for purchases is very distant at this point of time. One of the reasons is, it's not that their fault. One of the reasons is there is no regulatory compliance frameworks around cryptocurrency, not only in India, but globally. Everybody's struggling with it. The US keeps telling we'll do this, they keep changing stance, etc. A lot of things happen. Europe is struggling. Everyone's struggling because it's a new asset class. Being a new asset class, nobody realizes what to do because it doesn't belong to anyone. Now, if you have a car, it belongs to you. If you have an accident, you know who to catch, who's responsible. Somebody can know who's to catch. Right, your car, you're responsible. Here's a community coin. Who's responsible? If there is wrongful dealings, illegal dealings, how do you catch the right person? It's difficult to trace because it is pseudo-anonymous or anonymous.
Very true.
So these are certain risks, inherent risks which come with the coin, with the Bitcoin or with other cryptos. Those risks are not going anywhere. Till those are addressed, we are still going to be struggling. So I see it a long way down before we can actually buy bhaji with it.
Right.
But as I say, there are many ways to circumvent that. Maybe we can talk about that some other time.
How do you find balance with your personal life and the professional one? Because as we see, you're very busy and you're omnipresent.
Yeah, my wife travels with me most of the time. Otherwise, I married again in 2015. I married once again in 2015. And I told her, see, listen, I don't think we are going to celebrate a golden anniversary, that's for sure. Okay. But we can celebrate every day as one. And so she travels with me in most of she's right now gone to a friend's place. But bottom line is, she travels with me. And that's why, and also she's not only my best friend, but my best critic also. So whenever I'm making a presentation or a talk or any session, I first bounce it with her because she represents for me the common man who doesn't understand the technology aspect. She's a writer, she's a creative person, but very intelligent, highly intelligent. So she can tell me whether I make sense or not. So therefore, whether I talk about the metaverse, I talk about the NFTs, I talk about blockchain, it's with her first, then to the rest of the world. So she's now my best friend, my best companion. I manage it also. She helps me in my life by actually being there and letting me do what I want to do. That's very, very important. She never, ever stopped me. When she married me, what are you doing? Blockchain. I mean, nobody knew what the hell I'm doing. Nobody knew why I'm sitting across the computer and doing such research, doing work, talking to people, talking about tokens, coins. What are you doing? She even for a moment thought that I'm doing something, I was in the dark web and doing something wrong. So people thought that, but she supported me right through. And when the blockchain, let's put it as the showpiece became blockchain over the last 3 years, she's been with me all through. So she's been with me all throughout my TED Talks. I've spoken at TED events thrice, so she's been with me all the time. I just recently spoke in, in Nagpur. I was speaking at a Thai event. She came with me. Basically, she travels with me and becomes my one-stop support. It's actually that. And I think, that's how I manage my work-life balance. Also, remember one thing. After 6, I'm out of bounds. I don't take calls. I made it a point. I don't take calls after 6 p.m. unless they are by appointment and they are international calls. Otherwise, I don't take it. Otherwise, you're going to have no work-life balance.
Very true.
I start my mornings at 9:30. I finish them by 6. And in between, lunchtime, 1 to 3, I don't work. People think, I must be working out. I don't work. I rest. I enjoy. I watch television, Netflix with my wife. We are watching some great shows. New Amsterdam is what we are watching right now. That's real fun. So it's a great place to be. You should just know how to do your work-life balancing, because otherwise you'll have no personal life. You'll only be work life. A lot of people just miss that.
True. What's your dream travel destination?
My dream travel destination, very, very good. It's actually Paris and London. Mm-hmm. And probably we are going to go there this June, July. In fact, next month I'm going to the Bahamas, which also was part of my top 5 list. That I've been invited to speak at that event. In Paris also, I'm speaking at an event. London, I'm actually meeting a delegation. I'm actually meeting a delegation led by the Mayor of London, coming in Delhi in 15th. And post that, we are going there for the second half of it. So it's all my destinations are being ticked off. And the best part is I'm not paying for any of them.
One question that I think we all want to know. How did you become the king of blockchain in India?
That is a question which you guys got to tell me. I have no idea. I've got 5 titles. I'll tell you what. It started off with because I'm on the older side, that's for sure. But I don't feel I always feel I'm 25 with 35 years experience. I never say I'm 60 years old. So I always say that. First, somebody gave me on LinkedIn. Somebody gave me a title. Raj, this is great stuff. You're the grandfather of blockchain. All right, it was flattering, but not that flattering. When I'm really not a grandfather in real life. Also, my daughter's just going to get married next year, so I said, well, I'll take it. Then I think but there was another American client and we did I was known for the grandfather of blockchain for quite some time. Not even the father, they made me straight grandfather. Purana role de diya. So anyway, but we did some great project and something, I don't even remember what I did because I keep doing and moving on. Then he titled me, you're not grandfather, you're godfather of blockchain. So that was my second title. I thought that sounds better. Godfather sounds a little more macho. And I enjoyed that title for quite some time, which I still have that title in the Americas. Then in India, somebody called me Maharaj. So my name is Raj, so put the Maha in front of it and call me the Maharaj of blockchain. And then somebody called me the crypto man of India, which I don't like because I am not a crypto guy, I'm a blockchain guy. Then they called me all sorts of things, but somebody then decided to write a book on me. And somebody told me that, sir, your name is what Shah Rukh Khan's name was in Dil Diwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. I said, हाँ मुझे पता है Shah Rukh तो मेरे स्कूल का है. He's from my school, yeah, junior. So he says, "Ki sir, I'm writing a book," and he kept the name of the book title, Raj, नाम तो सुना ही होगा. And that is going to be the book which is going to come out in August. It's being published in August. That's on my life.
Can you speak a bit about your book and some
book?
Spice.
That book is actually it's fun. It's basically what I used to do in my childhood. I just poured out everything. I can't write for nuts, in the sense that I don't have time to write. So that guy said, listen, sir, I'll write. So I spoke with them right from the time I actually used the first block for the wrong purposes and how I use the blocks for the right purposes now.
Right.
And my journey from speculation to revolution, all the travails on it. And it's been a beautiful journey. 30 years is a long time in a space which is in something which started off only 2008 and 9. So I'm enjoying the space. I'm enjoying where all I move with that, how many lives we touch with that. I personally speak and teach at many places. I don't charge them anything because I try and give back what I can. I'm also, you'll be very happy to know, well, we earn very well, no doubt. But more important, why do we earn? That's very important.
Very true.
My wife and I have a foundation. In that foundation, whatever she earns, whatever I earn, 75% of that is put into that foundation. That foundation is for teaching technology to the girl child. We believe that the girl child is a little disadvantaged. And since we have a daughter, she's doing well, she had the advantage, let's give some more. And I think the feather in the cap really goes, and just last week or 10 days back, we completed more than 2,000 girls which we are teaching, all from our money. We never take money from outside. So whatever I earn, whatever she earns, we put it into this kitty, which is again built on a smart contract, which is blockchain, and automatically these girls get taken care of from whatever age they come, kindergarten to college. They can come to us, we'll educate them and then teach them technology, help them get placed. So that's our bit of what we are giving back to society. So in 12, 13 years, learned a lot, giving back now.
How about we give you a name today? Blockchain Companion.
Blockchain Companion, I think it's a nice name. It's a new title. I haven't had one like this before, so I'd love it. It's a great title because exactly that's what a lot of youngsters need. They need guidance. They need somebody they can speak with without feeling the fear. Right. I think the biggest problem is, oh, he's so senior. How do I approach them? What will he do? Will he charge me anything? What's he going to do? A lot of questions. And that apprehensions are still there. Although the youth of today is very confident. I've seen that. However, a lot of apprehensions still remain. A lot of self-doubts also still remain.
Right.
If that is not the case, I'm actually a companion in the real sense. I'm helping 60 of them to get into another space. Last year, we had 13 of them get funding. This year, till now, we've done 5 more. Now, that's a lot of people getting funding. Funding means validation of an idea. It's not the fund that's not important. It's the validation of what they're thinking. So the youth have great ideas. What they don't have is an experience. So I work with them. I'd love to be their companion and not think, oh, I'm going to be this guy, this guy. Oh, come on, we work. We roll up our sleeves and work. I'm rolling up my sleeves right now also. And that's exactly how we work. You don't work with, your jackets and coats and then say, oh, I do this, do that, do that. Gyan is easy to share, but companionship is not. I believe that this is a great idea. The companionship is the best.
So, how do we connect with you? Like, I think we connected on LinkedIn. I
Yes, we
messaged
did.
you, and then you were so, like, I'm so grateful to, have a reply back from you. And here we are today, talking to each other.
Yes, we are.
And thank you so much for the time and what you have shared. But if somebody wants to connect with you on a personal level, how do we do that? How do you materialize it?
I think the best is still LinkedIn, because those who don't know me
Right.
can reach out on LinkedIn, because then if I'm happy to share my number, and that's how I shared mine also. See, a lot of people get connected to me on LinkedIn. I got 3 marriage proposals also, by the way. At the age of 60, I'm quite happy about that. I'm not complaining. I showed my wife, I see, your husband is still popular. At 60, I got 3 of them. This year, I've got 2. Last year, I got 1. Getting better by the year. Anyway, bottom line is, you connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm not on other social media handles. I believe that my handle is LinkedIn because my work is more professional. I cannot be on an Instagram and on Twitter and all those things, because I have got my company guys. They're all on all sorts of places. So they tweet, Insta, whatever they do. I don't even know how many channels are left now. All I know is that I'm making a complete social media channel which is going to be on the blockchain. Now that is something what we're making, because then everything will be monetized. Every like is monetized. Every share is monetized. You get money. If you put something great and your share and like, you keep getting tokens for it, some rewards for it. Hey, come on, it's your content. You've done some great stuff. Get rewarded for it. So we are doing that. And again, the data remains with you. It doesn't go to the Googles and the Alibabas and the Amazons and the Microsofts. So enjoy that space. So LinkedIn is the best, all guys.
So you've been traveling a lot, as we know. What do you like the most? Goa, Mumbai, or US?
Goa.
Goa.
That's hands down. There's a reason for it, obviously. Goa is like a picture postcard. People go there for vacations, right? Vacations are fine. Has anybody tried to work from there? Not really. Who wants to work in Goa? People say. People see there's no industry in Goa, there's no business in Goa. My business has grown 20x in the last 2 years in Goa. Okay? One. Second, I'm working very closely with the Goa government now on creating the largest Web3 initiative in India in Goa. That's one. Goa, the government is very progressive. The people are very progressive, and they're open to new ideas. Everybody thinks Goans sleepy, laid back. Yes, they may be. Everyone is sleepy and laid back. If you have a chance to live a very comfortable life, why the hell will you work? They are very comfortable in their lives, so I don't blame them. But the youth want to do something. Otherwise, they all migrate. So we want to keep the youth back here. Why should we Indians have a brain drain again?
Very true.
So we are doing a bit. Goa hands down in terms of living, in terms of what the city has given me. Bombay has given me every skill to make me what I am today. And I was born in Amritsar. Amritsar gave me that peace of mind which I still enjoy whenever I go there. To the Golden Temple I enjoy. So I remain grounded because of that. And then Delhi gave me, let's put it this way, it gave me the shape of what was going to happen in the future for me. The USA and the other European countries, they round us up well nicely. They give us new ideologies, new cultures to enjoy. We enjoy everything. You got to have a little bit of everything and then make some beautiful cocktail. Cocktails cannot be made just with, with one drink. So I'm a cocktail with Goa as my base. Everything else built on top of that.
Absolutely. What would you advise today's youth who wants to start a startup? How do we get into it with respect to funding, with respect to the ideation process, and actually reaching out to the market and the consumer base?
Right. Actually, youngsters have got great ideas. What they lack is a vision for the future sometimes. It's natural. I didn't know what I was going to do after 3 months, leave alone 3 years and 5 years and 10 years. They come out with good ideas, but some of them, first of all, if their ideas are original, then they should start up. Then they should have a startup. If the ideas are a copy-paste of what's happening in the West, it's not going to run. Somebody's already started it. Okay? If you can solve a real-world problem, that is something what a startup should start today. With the world becoming very choosy and there was a sudden spurt of all startups in the last few years. A lot of them have fallen by the wayside. I don't know if you know the statistics. Out of every 100 startups, 90 fall by the wayside. Only 10 manage to get to the next year, and out of that, only a few more survive. So in short, the survival ratio is very short. Why is that? As because youngsters have one major problem. They think that they've got the best ideas in sliced bread, and well, nobody can replicate it. They're replicable. I was just talking to a startup, and within 5 minutes I told him, if you share this, if you do this particular product, you'll spend years making it, and it'll take another large giant 5 minutes to get the idea and copy the same thing, because they've got the money, the resources, you're still struggling.
Right.
So find something which is a niche, find something which is again solving a real world problem. Also, have a vision, have a team. Most people don't have a team, especially from a tech perspective. Your tech team is going to be the team which builds the product. It's no longer the brick and mortar. It's a tech team. So have a good tech team, not just a guys, oh, I know blockchain. Oh, I know this, I know that. Have a very good tech team. Have partners that you can, say, yes, these guys, I can stay with the rest of my life. Like you would say to your wife, the same thing. That also I see a lot of partnerships fail because people don't get along, different ideologies. Third, put your money where your mouth is. Put some money in your startup. If you're not going to put your money, how do you think some venture capitalists are going to put money in your account, right? A lot of people say, I've got an idea, but my parents won't fund me. Your parents won't fund you. The chances are the VC won't fund you either. You'll say, how your parents don't have faith in you. Why am I supposed to have faith in you? Okay? The chances are, I'm not saying some might get lucky and say, fine, TK. But bottom line is, you have your idea, put your money where your mouth is, have an idea that solves a problem, not only today, but tomorrow and the day after. It's going to be evolving. Know where your product is going to be. Get into the space, get that confidence. Don't lack confidence. If you like your product and you knew you could back it, go ahead and do it. I backed myself in 2010 from a nobody into the space. At 48, people think of retiring in a few years' time, and I was trying a whole new lifestyle, the blockchain lifestyle. If I can do it, you can do it easily. Age is not a barrier.
Very true. That's the inspiration we get from you, and I think the youth is very, very motivated to actually hear you and your TED Talks and the speeches which you have given. And we are very lucky to be able to hear all this, and we are born in this particular
It's my
era.
pleasure. It's completely my pleasure. We are here to share. I mean, what's there? I mean, you guys are in your 20s. I'm in my 60s. We enjoy that. Let's bridge that gap.
Right.
That's what this is for.
That's amazing. Can we have a short rapid fire round?
All right.
What's your favorite place?
Goa.
Paratha or pasta?
Pasta.
Are you a morning person or a night person?
Morning.
Crypto or NFT investment?
NFT investment.
What's your favorite social media platform?
LinkedIn.
Great. What's your go-to app for productivity?
Slack.
And what idea would you advise to give it to somebody who wants to learn more about blockchain? What platform do they go
platform?
to? The go-to platform. for
Don't get
blockchain.
confused. There are too many things floating around. Just speak with me. I'll guide you from time to time. More
And
than happy.
how do we reach out to you? So how
Get
can-
in touch with me on LinkedIn or Telegram. On Telegram. I'm at IndieBlock. I've got 32,000 students on my Telegram platform. So IndieBlock is there on Telegram, or reach out on LinkedIn. The rest I don't know. I don't know. Some of my guys set up some accounts for me. I don't know what the hell they are, but LinkedIn is the best. And if you want my number, you got my number. Yeah.
Are we allowed to share your number?
I don't share the number to the right people.
To the right people.
No marriage proposals.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. And yeah,
My
have a lovely-
pleasure. Wonderful being here. And as I say, hasta la vista. Till we meet again.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.